Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? It's your boy MegaLugia here, aka the chosen one, and in this case, aka the coach of the Bayern Munchlax, bringing you guys our draft video recap, analysis, breakdown, that's staying in the video, whatever you want to call it, for the MPL, the Major Pokemon League Season 4. So you can tell you boys a little bit excited to talk about some competitive Pokemons here, but also I do want to say, by the way, before we proceed, I apologize about the lighting if it's a little off. Nothing I can do about it right now, but hopefully it's not too big. As well as let's bring things back a bit. Let's dial it back for two reasons. One, if you don't know what Draft League format is, let's go ahead and explain it to you. And two, if you are new to the channel, because since the last time I believe we had a Draft League up on the channel, we have about 1,000 new people here, so that's pretty cool. So if you are new, hello, how you doing? I am MegaLugia, and let's give you guys a quick rundown of what Draft League format is. So if you guys are familiar with sports, yeah, the lighting's what's coming to play right now. If you guys are familiar with sports, it's very similar to that. You have a whole pool, in this case, of Pokemon to choose from, alright? Every single Pokemon except for the legends and, certain Pokemon like Pheromosa, Tapu Lele, off the top of my head. And then you have 16 coaches or teams or Poketubers, right? And you go round by round selecting Pokemon to add to your team. And once you add that to your team, no other coach can take it. So you can already see the frustration and the triggerness is already underway. And once you've gone ahead and gone through 11 rounds and every coach has gone through their order, you have 11 Pokemon on your team. After that, the season begins from week to week, and from week to week you have an opponent, and beforehand the team that your opponent has, and then you look at their 11 Pokemon, you look at your 11, and you come up with the best 6 that you think can take on their team. You come up with the movesets, the EV spreads, the items, all that good stuff, and you mold and craft your team to go up against their team. And that's why it's so much fun, because it lends its way to a lot of creativity and just fun and saltiness all in one. So I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, it's alright, don't worry, you'll pick up what I'm putting down once we move on further in the season and things start to make a lot more sense. But with all that out the way, let's go ahead and talk about the 11 Pokemons that we, the Bayern Munchlax, have on our team. Y'all ready? Alright, by the way, I know you want to see more of on the screen. As much as I would like to see her, we gotta move on to English. We gotta move on to the team, so please don't hate me for it. And my cat is making all kinds of noises. The first Pokemon that we have on our team is Big Daddy Kyurem Black, aka Beat Down the Kyurem. That is gonna be the nickname for our Kyurem, by the way. If you guys ever want to suggest nicknames, feel free to do so in the comments down below. Not all of them are set in stone, but Kyurem is probably gonna be called Beat Down. So Kyurem was our first pick, and I want to go ahead and tell you guys that Kyurem was not the original Pokemon that I wanted to pick first on my team. Originally, I wanted Mew. Nope, that thing was gone. Then I was like, alright, let me go ahead and get Victini. No. That was taken from me as well. Then I was like, alright, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take Necrozma. No one's going to want that. But little did I know, my friend Nick, or should I say traitor Nick, took Necrozma right before me. Of course, there is an order in each round, like I said, and I was towards the tail end of the first round. So a lot of the Pokemon that I wanted, Tapu Bulu as well, was taken before me. So I guess it's a good problem to have when Kyurem Black is your leftover pick. And speaking of Kyurem Black, the Ice Dragon monster, this thing is a monster. Don't get it twisted. Every time I had to face this thing in previous leagues, I shat my pants. So now I'm gonna make my opponents shit their pants, because Kyurem Black is a monster. 170 base attack, 130, 120 special attack, 95 speed, good bulk all around. This thing is not dying to one hit a lot of the times. Excuse me while God damn it, my cat just always wants to make an appearance. But Kyurem Black is a monster, Fusion Ball, Earth Power, Ice Beam, Outrage, Hone Claws, Substitute, Iron Head, whatever you want. It's just such a monster, and I'm very excited to use it, this season. I can guarantee to you this Pokemon is gonna get at least 10 kills. Alright, you can quote me on that. And the rest of the team is kinda looking pretty good. We built it around Kyurem Black to get it to shine, and I'm looking forward to using it. And like I said, I'm just happy that for once I don't have to face this monster, and it's definitely gonna put in the work. Has a few weaknesses, but we can definitely patch it up. And don't want to give away too many of my strats in this video. Don't want to go too much in depth. But Kyurem Black is a monster to have, and I'm glad to bring him to the team and the second pick of the team. So we have a dragon. Right now I was like, you know, let's go ahead and get a fairy, and none other than the pink thick fairy pixie that is Clefable, or in this case, Barbara. That is a nickname that you guys can suggest, by the way. Barbara is not set in stone, but Clefable. Where do you start off with Clefable? How about that this Pokemon just doesn't die? How about this Pokemon just has enough bulk to be able to live very crucial OHKOs, very crucial 2-hit KOs. It's a fairy type, its move pool is insane. You can go defensive, cosmic power, calm mind. You can go, does it get amnesia, iron defense? I don't even know. And Thunderbolt, flamethrower, moonblast, fire blast. You can go stealth rocks, thunder wave, healing wish, heal bell, what's it called? What's the other move? Thunder wave, stealth. It's immense belly drum. If I want to be that no, we're not gonna do minimize. But yeah, Clefable has a lot of options, and we already got that fairy dragon core working. Unfortunately, both are weak to steel, but Kieran Black is weak to fighting, and Clefable resists that. So you know, it's not too bad. But Clefable is just a Pokemon just like Kieran Black. I very, very much hated facing as the light comes in some more, and our first two picks so far are looking like they're definitely gonna give my opponent some trouble. And I'm gonna admit, I'm not the most experienced in using Clefable, but I know what it can do, and I know what it can do. It cannot do, excuse me. So I'm very much looking forward to using it, and every week, that's the point. Every week I can see if Clefable has a good matchup. If it does, I'm gonna bring it. Even if it has a decent matchup, I can mold it to do what it needs to do. If it has a bad matchup, then no, I don't gotta bring it, but my opponent still has to prep for it. Which is why Clefable is such a good monster, because if you sleep on this thing, it is going to set up on your face and kill you for days, alright? It's going to frustrate you, and Nipples will not be having a good time. So that is the first two picks, and moving on to the third pick, we have the Queen of the Needles, Nidoqueen, aka Latifah. I feel like that nickname fits. And Nidoqueen is a Pokemon that I didn't really think I was going to draft at the beginning of the draft, mainly because I haven't used it before, and I don't know. I know it's a really good Pokemon to have in draft format, because this gives me another user of Stealth Rocks, gives me Toxic Spikes, gives me an Electric Immunity because it's a ground type, and also Quad Resist Poison, which Clefable is weak to, Resist Rocks, which Kieran Black is weak to, and Resist Fighting, which Kieran Black is weak to. So it's pretty good. You know, it has obviously Life Orb, Sheer Force, hits like a monster, defensive stats as well, giving me access to Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Poison Jab, Sludge Wave, Earthquake, Earth Power, Sucker Punch. I think it gets Surf, I'm not sure, but Nidoqueen is such a good Pokemon to have, and I know I said I wasn't expecting to draft it, but I'm happy that I did, especially because it fell to me. I was like, you know what, I cannot not get this because it really works well with my team. And Nidoqueen's just really good. Like I said, you can bring it defensive one week, you can bring it offensive one week, and your opponent has to prefer. You can bring it Scarf, you can bring it Specs, Life Orb, Sheer Force, you know. It's a really, really nice utility Pokemon to have. It can fit on any team, and it's definitely going to do, excuse me, a job for us this season. It's not going to be the most offensive Pokemon, I'm pretty sure, but it's definitely going to be a very important thing to consider each week. So, you know, we got, and it is a ground type. It does not resist steel, but Kieran Black and Clefable are weak to steel, and Nidoqueen can just bop them with those ground type moves. So that is Nidoqueen, the third pick. Let's go ahead and move on to the fourth pick. The fourth pick needs no damn introduction. My boy Father, my boy Papa. Let me go ahead and tell you guys this. And I am not exaggerating by any means. If you watched the MPL Season 2 last season, you know what I'm talking about. This god, Entei, single-handedly got us into the playoffs, single-handedly carried our season, and almost got us to the finals, but just came a little bit short, and that's okay, Entei. I don't fault you. Entei is an absolute machine. A lot of people say it's not that versatile, right? It does one thing, but I disagree on that. But what it does good, it does, oh baby, does it do it good. Choice Banded, Adamant, Extreme Speed, Flare Blitz, Sacred Fire. What is your switcher? Whatever you tell me, it is. It don't matter. It don't matter. Entei cares not and shits on your dreams. I absolutely love Entei. Nickname is gonna be Father. If you know where that's from, you should. It's a Pokemon reference. But Entei, I did not expect to draft it so early. I'm not gonna lie. And we do have 2 ground type weaknesses and 2 weaknesses to Stealth Rocks, but it's okay. We'll go ahead and fix that later on. But I'm very excited to use Entei. Just Every week it is such a threat because once you get a bunch of chip damage off on your opponent, bring this thing in late game and just click the sweep button. The broom comes out and Entei just sweeps people with adamant extreme speed and sacred fire. Oh my lord, I'm so excited to use it. Doesn't really need too much of an introduction. I also don't want to give away too many of my strats with Entei, but those are the first 4 Pokemon. Looking pretty good so far. We got some wall breakers, we got potential sweepers as well, and defensive Pokemon as well. So that is the first 4 picks. Now moving on to the 5th pick is a Pokemon that as you can see on the screen right now, if you have been around for a while, I have definitely shit-talked this Pokemon to no end, and wouldn't you know it, the Pokemon that I call trash all the time ends up on my team. Decidueye, gonna be nicknamed Prometheus. Karma is definitely a bitch because, as you can see on the team, I told you we are weak to ground. 2 weaknesses. We are weak to water. We have 2 Pokemon weak to water, and it's also we don't have any hazard removal or a water resist. So what does Decidueye do? Decidueye fills all those needs. Gives me a ground resist, gives me a water resist, gives me defog, and as well as a bunch of other options like Swords Dance, Nasty Plot, Baton Pass, U-Turn. You know, it's definitely not a bad Pokemon, but I just didn't really think I would draft it. But hopefully Prometheus doesn't hate me too much and definitely puts in some good work this season. One of spoilers, is actually the only 7th gen Mon that we drafted, which kind of makes me sad, but you know, we have free agency, we have trades which can happen later on in the season. So that is Prometheus out of Decidueye. Like I said, gives us a lot of options. Defog, Swords Dance, Baton Pass. Yes, it is also a switch into Scald because even if we get burnt, it doesn't matter. We can go special, U-Turn, Spirit Shackle. It's a pretty good Mon. It's a pretty good Mon. Unfortunately, I don't think it gets agility, which would have been really nice to pass off into Cure Black or Entei. But it's all good, it's all good. We'll find a way around it. So, Decidueye, we got the nice fire, no water actually. Spoilers, we did draft a water Pokemon. We got a grass fire core coming up, Dragon Fairy as well, just missing a steel and a water. So, Decidueye, gonna be pretty good. I'm not too sure how good it's gonna do. Definitely not gonna be a sweeper. It does give us access to Sucker Punch though, so we do have a good amount of priority on the team. But that is Decidueye, and let's go ahead and stop talking about this trash. Let's move on to the next Pokemon, the water type that I was alluding to. Now we got that fire, water, grass core going on, pretty good. Feraligatr, aka Gojira. Kore wa kawaii da yo Gojira desu. Wakarimashita? Wakarimashita? Hi. So that is Feraligatr out of Gojira. Water type, very good Pokemon. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I've never drafted this Pokemon before. I used it a lot on, you know, standard play, showdown, and it definitely puts in the work. If you sleep on this thing too much and you're like, alright, you know, it's not even that fast, doesn't even hit that hard, you're gonna stand corrected because Life Orb, Sheer Force. We now have 2 Sheer Force users on the team. Dragon Dance, Waterfall, Crunch, Earthquake, Ice Punch, Brick Break, whatever you need. Even Swords Dance, Aqua Jet is a very scary threat to deal with, much like Entei. Save this thing to the end game. Once a bunch of chip damage has gone off on you against your opponent, bring in the Feraligatr. Oh boy, you are not taking a hit from this thing. You are not. I am very excited to use this thing. It gives us a nice amount of synergy as well. Entei being weak to water, Feraligatr resisting it. Decidueye being weak to electric, Decidueye being weak to fire, Feraligatr and Entei resisting it. We got some good synergy going on right now. So I'm very excited to use it. I believe it's around 78 base speed, so our team isn't looking the fastest, but it's all good. We have some setup sweepers, we have some wall breakers, we have some sweet. Oh! Things are looking pretty good, so I'm very excited to use Feraligatr. Gonna be nicknamed Gojira, as I said. And yeah, not too much to say about this Pokemon because you kind of know what it's gonna do. But again, what it does what? Excuse me, needed to burp there. But let's go ahead and move on to the next Pokemon. And the next Pokemon... Ditto. Now, you may be wondering, why are you drafting such a booty Pokemon like Ditto on your team? Well, let me tell you. First of all, kind of agree with you, kind of don't. The part I agree with you is I didn't expect to draft Ditto so early on in the draft. Usually Ditto goes towards the end, you know, more towards one of the last picks, but I saw this and I was like, okay, with my luck, I'm going to want to take it next round, and then someone's going to take it from me. And Ditto is actually a Pokemon that very much fits what my team needs. Let me explain to you. So, we're lacking a bit of speed right now. We're lacking a ground immunity. We're lacking a few things. A Ditto week to week can go ahead and fill any of those slots because obviously Ditto copies any Pokemon on my opponent's team. So not only do they have to prep for my 11 Pokemon, they have to prep for whatever they bring, because if they bring a super powerful, you know, potent threat, I bring in my Ditto, I copy that shit, and I can reverse sweep their team potentially. It doesn't work out like that 100% of the time, unfortunately, but still, even if I don't bring Ditto, your opponent has to prep for that, and prep is at least 50% of the battle, right? So Ditto is a very, very interesting Pokemon to have, and it's not like it only has to copy one Pokemon on my opponent's team and, you know, stick with that for the rest of the match. I can copy multiple times. I can switch out, come back in. So Ditto's going to be really good, and I'm very excited to use it. Some weeks it's going to put in the finest of work. Some weeks it's going to do jack shit and just die. But it's going to be interesting, and it can give me whatever I need that week, like I keep mentioning. So Ditto's going to be pretty interesting. Going to be nicknamed either Flubber or Houdini. I'm kind of leaning towards Flubber. Let me know what you guys think of that, but that's gonna be Ditto, and although I didn't think I was gonna be drafting it too early, I have seen it used very effectively in previous seasons of draft format, and I think we can make it work on our own, especially with the next Pokemon that's coming up. We got a bunch, we got an interesting meme? No, not really meme. What's the word? Just an interesting team. Alright, so the next Pokemon that we have on our team, nickname is non-existing right now, so let me know. We have Zoroark, the dark type illusion master. Maybe what's an illusion Pokemon? Illusion Yu-Gi-Oh monster. I don't know, maybe I'll think of something like that. But Zoroark, very cool Pokemon to have as well. We have, like I said, as I keep referring to, an interesting combination with Zoroark and Ditto, because Ditto can copy any opponent's Pokemon on my opponent's team, and Zoroark essentially copies any mon on my team, just its appearance, you know. So my opponent is really gonna have to be prepared for some mind fucks in the battle. And Zoroark, 105 base speed as well, gives me something really fast, the fastest thing we have right now. Entei is the fastest, is at 100. Zoroark also gives me a dark type, which is very nice, psychic immunity, sucker punch, special or physical, good speed, like I said, and a wide move pool: Thunderbolt, Sludge Bomb, Flamethrower, Night Daze, Dark Pulse, a whole bunch of moves. And I think it gets knockoff. I think it gets knockoff. I definitely have to check that. I believe it does. I feel like it would because it's a dark type. So that is Zoroark. Like I said, very frail, unfortunately, on both the physical and special side. So it is a dark type, but it's definitely not going to be my switch-in for knockoff. No. That is Zoroark, and I'm very excited to use it because I keep referring to it. Your opponent really has to prep for what you're going to be doing, especially with these two mons, because get something wrong, play something a little bit wrong, get a misplay, and you could severely get punished for it. So I'm excited to use Zoroark. Haven't used it before, as well as Ditto, so it's going to be a bit of a learning curve, but I feel like we can do well, and we have a pretty good team coming out so far. Zoroark being weak to fighting, as well as Kieran Black, Clefable resisting it, Nidoqueen resisting it, Decidueye being immune to it. Looking pretty good. Zoroark weak to Fairy, Kieran Black weak to Fairy, Nidoqueen resisting, Entei resisting. Good synergy. But as you can see, we are missing that elusive ground type immunity on our team, which is very nice, which is why the next pick on our team is in the cut, CTC, the Rotom cut with the Levitate ability. Not the best Rotom, you know, I think the GOAT Rotom is Rotom Wash. We got his little ugly sibling in a Rotom Cup. Grass, electric type. We now have two grass types, but we severely needed an electric type because electric types are very nice to have in the format. It gives me Volt Switchers, not the fastest electric type, which is what you usually like to have, but 86 base speed ain't too shabby, should I say. Also, you know, it's not a one-dimensional mon, should I say. Choice Scarf, Choice Specs, defensive with Thunder Wave or Will-O-Wisp gives me that nice ground type immunity, which I was trying to say. It gives me that ground type immunity because of the Levitate, which is my team severely needed. We now have one immunity and we have one resistance in Decidueye, so I'm very excited to use this thing. I saw my boy Eric in the MPL season 2 use it last season very well, so I'm excited to use it. I definitely am. I think it's one of the most slept on mons in the format because, you know, people see Rotom Wash, they're like, oh, that's the GOAT, that's what I want on my team. But Rotom Cut just sneakily sitting in the back and gonna put in the finest of work. So Leaf Storm, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Trick also to cripple some walls, Dark Pulse. Looking forward to it. We got a bit of a nice U-turn Voltage core going on with Rotom and Decidueye. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. So I'm liking how the team is coming out so far. But there was one Pokemon that I felt like really fit my team and give me something that I kind of needed. Didn't desperately need, but it took a little bit of the weight off of my Decidueye specifically. And that is Hitmontop, aka Beyblade. The fighting type with Intimidate and Rapid Spin. Rapid Spin, the keyword right there. Hazards are very, very annoying to deal with. If you don't have a way around them, your opponent can Hazard Sack you and just destroy you. Evidence to what I did in the MPL last year, because we had a bunch of... Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about it. But Hitmontop gives me Rapid Spin, gives me Intimidate, which is very, very nice to have. Gives me three great abilities as well. Intimidate, Technician, and... What's the other one? I don't remember the other one, but it's pretty good. So it gives us a fighting type as well, which our team didn't have. It gives me a bunch of priority and Bullet Punch, Fake Out, Sucker Punch, Mach Punch. Has good attack, has good overall bulk, and not too slow either. Hitmontop is honestly just a really good mod to have. And I'm very happy to have a good Rapid Spin on our team, so we don't have to rely on Decidueye every week, because Decidueye is trash. But Hitmontop is going to be nicknamed Beyblade. I think it's a good Pokemon to have. Close combat, we were lacking a close combat user on our team. Fighting Stab is always good to have. Rapid Spin, Toxic, you can stall an opponent out with Toxic, and unfortunately it doesn't get in recovery. But it's okay, because we can Wish Pass with Clefable and stuff like that. So I'm excited to use Hitmontop. Weak to Psychic, Zoroark is immune. Got a bunch of fairy weaknesses, but we do have some resistances on the team. So that is Hitmontop. I don't really have too much to say about that. I have used it before, and I know what it can do, and I have seen people use it very effectively as well. So that is the 10th member on the team, and the last, but certainly not least member on the team is Porygon ZZ. Whatever you want to say. Whew, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this last pick on the team was very, very difficult for me to make, because originally I was thinking I want a Gen 7 Mon on my team, but all the Gen 7 Mons that I wanted were gone. Of course the top was gone, Beware was gone, Salazzle was gone, what's it called, Dalemise was gone, I can't remember a lot of the Gen 7 Pokemon that I wanted were gone, basically. So then I was thinking I kind of want Seismitoad. Gives me a water immunity, and I have used Seismitoad so well last season. People really don't know the magic, the beauty that is Susan Boyle, aka Seismitoad. But I was like, you know what, it gives me a little bit too much passiveness. I want more offense on my team, and I want a little bit of more speed. I believe Porygon is 95 base speed or 90, not too sure on that. And inevitably, I went with Porygon Z, because Porygon Z is very interesting to deal with, because it's a Pokemon that can either sweep early game or save it in the back and sweep either by setting up or Choice Scarf, because adaptability is nothing to sleep on, because we all know how good Crawdon is with adaptability. Porygon Z adaptability, Tri-Attack with a Choice Scarf is deadly. And if you don't want to go that, you can go Agility, Nasty Plot. You don't have to go Double Dance, you can just go one of them. Set up an Agility, you're good. Set up a Nasty Plot, you're good. Tri-Attack, oh my god, its move was pretty good as well. Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, Dark Pulse. Recover, gets recovery as well. Unfortunately, I can't use Z Conversion. That's banned in the MPL. I cry every time. But Porygon Z is a really, really cool mon to have, and I'm happy I got it. I don't know. It may end up getting traded later on in the season. I hope it doesn't. I don't have a nickname for this mon as well, so if you guys want to suggest one down below, I would very much appreciate it. I was thinking something like Seizure Duck. I don't know. I don't know. But that's gonna be Porygon Z. You know what it does, but if you sleep on it, like a lot of the mons on my team, they can threaten you out. My team is it may not look the best on paper, I'm gonna go ahead and say, but I'm excited to use it, and I feel like it's gonna be a slept on team, because all these Pokemon have great potential, right? Potential is the word right there. And matchups could definitely favor them. But I don't know what else I'm trying to say. That is the team, ladies and gentlemen. Your Bayern Munchlax for Season 4, MPL Season 4. I hope you guys are excited. If you guys are, feel free to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and let me know what you think in the comments down below. So how this is going to work from now on, this is the draft recap. And next week, I think, I'm 99% sure we're going to be doing team builders every Saturday for the opponent's team. And you're like, come back to the team builders. I implore you to watch them. And then Sunday is going to be the battle. So That's how it's going to work out from now. Saturday and Sunday are going to be team builders and league battles. I'm not sure if we're gonna have double uploads with some other video including the league battles. Not too sure about that yet, but let me know if you guys are hyped. Let me know any changes you want to see to the team. Let me know any nickname suggestions. Are you guys rooting for your boy MegaLugia? I hope you guys are. And if you are new to Draft League format, I do want to say, I implore you to stick around, right? You may not know too much about competitive Pokemon, but we're gonna learn together. We're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be a good, just sit back, relax, grab yourself some cheesecake, and you'll be good. Did I sell it on you yet? Did my salesman skills work? I don't know. Let me know. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, let's go Bayern Munchlax. Make sure to check out all the links in the description down below. You can go ahead and check out the MPL Twitter as well as their YouTube channel. I will be having a coach interview going up pretty soon, I'm sure. So that is something to look forward to. But until next time, until next week's first team builder, it's been your boy MegaLugia, the coach of the Bayern Munchlax, checking out. Peace, guys.